straight down 70.
So you're going south out of Denver.
Right.
So you're going closer to Colorado Springs.
Right.
And then cutting
Kind of in
over.
the middle. It's not far off of, it's right off of 70. Yeah.
No?
I know.
Starting 3 weeks before the marathon.
Okay, so you're the other way.
I did a telling.
We got family in north of Boulder,
Oh,
south of Loveland, and kind of between Boulder and Loveland area. Some of Trey's family,
I think I did everything.
cousins.
All right.
I'm just
Such a beautiful state.
oh, it is so pretty.
Okay, let me,
I'll let you check your calendar.
before the
And
10th?
it
Yes, I didn't get
it
it.
should be a very nice time of year.
Okay.
Some of the leaves may already be dry.
I mean, and when I talked to
But I'm hoping we'll still see some color, you know, not so,
And then what about,
since it's not so high up in the mountains.
that's good. I mean, does that mean?
Hi,
Howdy. Was
how are you?
people trying to buy us off or something here?
Yeah, that's right.
Dog takes the cookies.
It's Happy Cookie Day.
Performance review.
Huh?
This was from the bike path grand opening.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
I would forget.
Cross country.
Library.
Kids who did not
There
do
were a
summer
few
running,
left over,
all of a
so
sudden
they
think they're
figured
And
share
the
the wealth.
ads on.
All right, we have a quorum.
Nice.
How you doing?
Asthma
Right.
doesn't work
The
well.
upper respiratory in the high school.
Hey, Jim.
Jim, under new business, I have to recuse myself, so I'm going to kick it over to you to introduce.
Okay.
So they have
Thank you.
structures. High school.
Where are the smiley face cookies?
The bike path grand opening. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cute. Very cute.
Yeah.
I'll have to get a bug.
The week of the 3rd, the only day I couldn't do is the 6th.
you can't do the 6th
The 6th.
for your committee?
No, you were talking about for
The
the,
10th.
oh, it's on the
Before the
10th.
board meeting.
Oh, I'm sorry, I think it was
It's
before,
before the
I think you were
board
talking
meeting.
before, like, just
Like an hour and a half before
days
the board
before.
meeting.
I got it.
90 minutes before.
No, I got it. I was,
Everybody I talked to was having a
Like 5:30.
that's fine, that's totally fine.
That's okay?
Yeah.
Summer's over.
Thank you.
Do you know who this gentleman is? Do you know who this gentleman is? Okay. He's talking to Jeff. Rainwater. Oh, rainwater. He's gonna
Doing well.
because
You?
nobody was at the-
Super. Super.
Is that what it is?
I'm not sure if that's actually true, but that's all right. I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there.
This is 2 weekends.
Every day's.
It's definitely not this.
I added it.
All right.
Wow.
Man, oh, man.
No,
Yeah,
it's
I've got it down.
just, yeah, no, it's just a tough few weeks of work, so.
She went to
How often do you go?
I've been going up there 7 days a week for the past 2 weeks, so.
No, with a group.
That's not
That's not,
hybrid work.
no, it's not hybrid working. But, that's all right. This is just a
Busy
once a
time.
year, once every 2-year type of thing, so.
Here's where it is.
That's.
That's all right.
Oh, good.
I'll send in at work at 6 o'clock. It's like, we gotta go.
That's, he might
And then it's like 37 minutes home.
All right.
fingers crossed.
Yeah,
I
right.
went home and
Right.
Maybe we'll get back together.
Well, a lot of the.
Jeff, you're flying.
it was I-90, it's 294, so it's 294 miles per hour, right? So
A lot of it's done now. Parts of it are done.
it was great today.
Yeah, like just south of O'Hare.
very short.
That's what I
It was beautiful today. I know there's stuff
The main line is not done. The main line is
Every
nowhere
girl
near
was wearing
done.
that.
It's
Yeah.
the middle.
I
No,
know.
they're putting down
Her whole
asphalt.
And then I looked at the picture.
I think that's just
I
temporary.
think it would be a temporary thing.
Yeah.
I know.
Because the
Same.
main line is the last thing to be put in place, is my understanding. And that's
You
not
mean the
gonna be
middle
till
lane?
2025, 2026. Right, when they do the widening and they will redo the entire road from Balmoral to
Told us
90.
in the stores, there's, yeah.
I believe.
So this, maybe
like,
that's like
okay,
the
then I
end
guess
of
I
that
have
first
to.
phase to then
It's not like
before
a,
they
not
do
like
that.
a.
This is probably like patching bad
know.
pavement and all that, and yeah.
Yeah, I was counting the
Good
legs.
news is they were
Everything's 4. No, everything's 4 both ways.
Currently,
Currently, it has been for.
right.
don't
Forever.
But not.
And it still is.
Becomes 5,000.
Right.
Six?
6 by us, 5 up there.
Okay.
Right, because it's
All
already
right.
5 up there. All right. So
Doesn't even
Okay.
have to
All of
fit.
Michael's clothes.
Dan, you ready?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Thank you. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this meeting of your Village Board of Trustees. To honor our nation's heroes and especially to honor the men and women in uniform who serve and protect our community, please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Clerk Timmick, please call the roll.
Ms. President Gallagher, Trustee Chen,
Here.
Trustee Fink,
Here.
Trustee John,
Here.
Trustee Lewis,
Here.
Trustee Rudolph,
Here.
Trustee Terrell.
Here.
All present.
Thank you. Having read the agenda, does any trustee have an addition or deletion? Seeing a lot of shaking heads, no. We will move on to the citizen comment portion of the meeting. This is when we open the meeting up to the public to address the board. Is there anyone here this evening who wishes to approach the dais? Hearing none, we'll move right on to new business. Up before the board tonight is resolution number 22-2688. This is regarding an intergovernmental agreement between the Illinois State Toll Highway Authority and our village. Due to my position on the Tollway Board of Directors, I am recusing myself and passing this matter over to Trustee Terrell to introduce.
Thank you, Madam President. I would have that motion to introduce resolution number 22-2688. It's approving and authorizing the execution of an intergovernmental agreement between the Illinois State Toll Highway Authority and the Village of Western Springs regarding the conveyance of certain surplus village-owned real estate to the Illinois State Toll Highway Authority, the grant of authority to place and operate a village water pipeline on Illinois State Toll Highway Authority real estate, and the completion of certain street, water system, and stormwater drainage infrastructure improvements adjacent to or within the village corporate limits.
Can you ask for a second?
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Roll call vote?
Trustee Fink,
Aye.
Trustee Lewis,
Aye.
Trustee Rudolph,
Aye.
Trustee Terrell,
Aye.
Trustee Chen,
Aye.
Trustee John.
Aye.
The resolution carried.
Thank you. We'll now move on to consideration of an action on the agenda items on tonight's agenda. First, an explanation of the omnibus voting procedure. The Illinois state statutes allow a municipality to collectively vote on a group of ordinances, resolutions, and other motions, such as awards of contract, appointments, etc. This is known as an omnibus vote. All the items contained on the omnibus vote list have been previously discussed by the President and Board of Trustees on at least one occasion and often on several occasions. By placing them on the omnibus vote list, a single vote may be taken to approve them. A trustee may remove any item from the list and have it discussed and voted on separately prior to the omnibus vote. Is there any such request? Hearing none, we'll move on to the omnibus vote. And again, Trustee Terrell, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam President. I'd move that the following ordinances, resolutions, and motions as contained on the meeting agenda for September 26, 2022 be adopted and/or approved under an omnibus vote. Agenda item number 1, approval of the meeting minutes of September 12, 2022 as read. Agenda item number 2, ordinance 22-3096, approving and authorizing the execution of amendment number 1 to the standard water tower lease agreement entered into with Chicago SMSA Limited Partnership, doing business as Verizon Wireless, relative to the installation and operation of certain telecommunications facilities located at 4400 Central Avenue, that's Spring Rock Park site, and amendment number 3 to the standard water tower lease agreement entered into with Chicago SMSA Limited Partnership, doing business as Verizon Wireless, relative to the installation and operation of certain telecommunications facilities located at 348th Street, that's a Garden Market site. Agenda item number 3, ordinance 22-3097, approving a plot of Timber Trails re-subdivision number 8, providing for a 5-foot exception from the 30-foot front yard setback requirement for Lot 95 through Lot 100 on Juniper Court and Lot 101 and Lot 102 on Pin Oak Drive to preserve existing oak trees as permitted by Section 33 of the annexation agreement and as a minor amendment to the conditional use permit for a planned development issue for the Timber Trails subdivision, that's Timber Trails Development Company, LLC. Agenda item number 4, ordinance 22-3098, amending Chapter 6, that's the Fire Code, and Chapter 14, Life Safety Code of Title 9, Building Regulations of the Western Springs Municipal Code to adopt the regulations of the International Fire Code 2018 edition and to adopt the regulations of the National Fire Protection Association, NFPA 101, Life Safety Code 2018 edition, and to make certain amendments to such regulations. Agenda item number 5, ordinance 22-3099, amending Title 4, Liquor Control, Chapter 1, Alcoholic Liquor, Section 4-1-10A, paren 4 of the Western Springs Village Code relative to the number of Class B, that's full-service restaurant with a patron bar, Class G, fine wine, premium spirits, beer and gourmet food store license, premium spirits, beer and wine only, Class H, outdoor liquor cafe, Class N, caterer's license, and Class P, carry-out restaurant license, beer and wine only, package sales. Liquor licenses which can be issued in the Western Springs, Village of Western Springs, Cook County, Illinois, paren Western Springs Breakfast LLC, doing business as Hashstacks at 909 West Burlington Avenue, and Marnet LLC, doing business as Lou Malnati's Pizzeria at 4700 Gilbert Avenue. Agenda item number 6, ordinance 22-30100, approving budget amendments and transfers over $10,000 to the fiscal year 2022 operating budget in the general and capital improvement funds. Agenda item number 7, resolution 22-2689, authorizing submittal of a grant application for Illinois Transportation Enhancement Program funds for the Forest Hills Sidewalk Improvements Project. Agenda item number 8, resolution 22-2690, determining to levy an additional library tax for construction, maintenance, repairs, and alterations of library buildings and equipment for fiscal year commencing January 1st, 2023 and ending December 31st, 2023. Agenda item number 9, resolution 22-2691, appointing John Mastandona as the authorized agent for the Village of Western Springs relative to the Illinois Municipal Retirement Fund, IMRF, and authorizing the delegation of certain powers and duties to the IMRF authorized agent position. Agenda item number 10, resolution 22-2692, appointing a delegate and alternate delegate to the Intergovernmental Risk Management Agency, IRMA, paren delegate Casey Bernacki, and alternate delegate Daisy Chavez. Agenda item number 11, resolution number 22-2693, approving the content and/or release of certain closed meeting minutes of the regular and special meetings of the Board of Trustees, 2022 half-year review. Agenda item number 12, resolution 22-2694, authorizing submittal of a grant application for Illinois Transportation Enhancement Program funds for the Hillgrove Avenue Streetscape Improvement Project. Agenda item number 13, resolution 22-2695, approving and authorizing the execution of a first addendum to the agreement between the Village of Western Springs and Lakeshore Recycling Systems, LLC, for the collection and removal of solid waste and other materials, our LRS Leaf Disposal Program. Agenda item number 14, motion to waive the competitive bidding process in lieu of solicitation of proposal and approval of supply purchases at revised 2022 pricing schedule for the water treatment plant from Peregrine of Addison, Illinois, in an amount not to exceed $30,000 for the fiscal year 2022. Agenda item number 15, motion to waive the competitive bidding process in lieu of solicitation of proposal and approval of supply purchases at revised 2022 pricing schedule for the water treatment plant from Suburban Labs of Geneva, Illinois, in an amount not to exceed $10,000 for fiscal year 2022. Agenda item number 16, motion to waive the competitive bidding process in lieu of solicitation of proposal and award of contract for one Gould 12 CHC-11 STG bowl from the sole source provider, Water Well Solutions of Elburn, Illinois, at a total cost, including delivery, of $48,250. Agenda item number 17, motion to waive the competitive bidding process in lieu of solicitation of proposal and award of contract for installation of one fire hydrant at 47th Street and Harvey Avenue from Calumet City Plumbing of Calumet City, Illinois, at a total cost of $11,785. Agenda item number 18, motion to approve a temporary use permit for the Laidlaw 5K 2022 event. Agenda item number 19, motion to approve a release, hold harmless, and indemnification agreement for the Laidlaw 5K 2022 event. Agenda item number 20, motion to approve an updated lease signatory agreement with Enterprise Leasing. And finally, agenda item number 21, motion to approve the appointment of James Joyce and David Rasmussen as members of the Recreation Committee for a 3-year term to expire in September of 2025.
Thank you, Trustee Terrell. Staff has been busy this month. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none, may we have the roll call vote, please?
Vice President Gallagher. Trustee Chen.
Aye.
Trustee Fink.
Aye.
Trustee John.
Aye.
Trustee Lewis.
Aye.
Trustee Rudolph.
Aye.
Trustee Terrell.
Aye.
President Gallagher.
Aye.
The ordinances, resolutions, and motions contained in the agenda of September 26, 2022 are hereby adopted or approved.
Thank you, Clerk Timick. Next on the agenda is other items. Is there anything a trustee wishes to address before we adjourn this evening? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to the reports. First up is the monthly financial report. Trustee Rudolph, you have the floor.
Thank you, President Gallagher. Just a few notes from the July 2022 financial reports. First, the general fund. Sales and use tax continue to be very strong. The LGDF, the Local Government Distributive Fund, collections as of July 31st are nearly 25% higher than the same time last year. Sales tax continues to exceed projections with 3% higher over June and approximately 21% higher or increase year over year. Next, the Water and Sewer Fund. The consumption billed in July was down 11.4% compared to 2021, the same period. And then finally, the police pension. The consolidation was just completed June 24th, so July was our first full month where our funds were held at the, and I'll say the whole name here, the Illinois Police Officers Pension Investment Fund, IPOPIF, for your future reference to remember. I'll just whip that out like next time. Our portion of that fund now was up 4.7% in July, increasing the market value to $15.1 million. And that leaves us with a trailing 12-month return still of negative 14.68% at the end of July. And those are all my notes. And so with that, any questions, discussion? None, then I'll make a motion to accept the July 2022 financial report as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Clerk Timick, may we have the roll call vote?
Trustee Chen.
Aye.
Trustee Fink.
Aye.
Trustee John.
Aye.
Trustee Terrell.
Aye.
Trustee Lewis.
Aye.
Trustee Rudolph.
Aye.
The motion carries.
Thank you. You know, given the investment climate, that seems positive that in July that we had a positive return. Oh, good. I hope it continues.
Yeah.
Okay, next up is my report. On Friday, Trustee Lewis, along with Manager Bear and Director of Finance, Ms. Dondona, our immediate past Director of Finance, Turi, and our village attorney, Mike Jerusik, all attended the WCMC annual dinner. I was elected vice president of the executive committee of that organization, and Broadview president Katrina Thompson was elected president. So we'll be working closely together this next year, and I'm really looking forward to that. Just as a reminder, the West Central Municipal Conference is our council of government. It's a regional government, and there's approximately 30 communities that comprise it. And then tonight, we had the Wolf Road Bemis Woods Bike Path ribbon cutting. This officially opens our portion of the bike path that attaches Western Springs in a safe manner to the Bemis Woods system. So glad to be a part of that, and thank you to all the staff who attended, and as well as the residents. It was refreshing to see everyone out there, so thank you. And that concludes my report. Manager Baird, do you have a report?
Yes, I just have two items. One, I wanted to express our thanks to the Western Springs Business Association for their Fall Fest event this weekend. It conflicted with the WCMC dinner, but some of our staff actually was out there, and they had a table and were talking to residents about some of the upcoming projects, and in particular, the stormwater utility fee and the non-home rule sales tax. So I think we had an opportunity to speak with a number of residents, as well as enjoy a very, very successful event out at Fall Fest. I also wanted to mention that the village staff continues to work on our budget for fiscal year 2023. We will be bringing additional updates through your committee as you meet next week. Probably most of us are meeting next week on our committees, and Director Mastandona has been working on some of the staff salaries and things like that. So we hope to be able to bring you information on some of the things you haven't discussed. And then if there are items that you would like to see village staff focus on when you get ready to come back to your committees next week, if you could give us a heads up if there's anything you want us to prioritize that focuses in on your respective committees, this is a great time to do that. Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you. Attorney Jerusik, do you have a report?
Not tonight.
Okay, thank you. In that case, may I have a motion to recess to the closed meeting?
Yes, I would have that motion to recess to closed meeting for the purpose of discussion of the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of a specific employee or legal counsel pursuant to 5 Illinois compiled statute 120/2C1.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, Clerk Timick, may we have the roll call vote?
Trustee Chen.
Aye.
Trustee Fink.
Aye.
Trustee John.
Aye.
Trustee Lewis.
Aye.
Trustee Rudolph.
Aye.
Trustee Carroll.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now in closed session. We will be coming back to open session once we conclude our business there, and there is one item for consideration in open session following our closed session. Otherwise, thank you for your attendance this evening. Good night. I thought Jim,
Okay.
as Chair of the General Government Committee. Thank you. Just wait for Dan to let us know we're up and running.
Casey, do you want to change it from closed session?
Thank you, Dan. Okay. Okay, we are back in open session. There is one item for action following our closed session. Trustee Tyrrell, will you introduce that item?
Yes, thank you, Madam President. I'd make a motion for resolution number 22-2696, approving the appointment of Tony Budzikowski as Director of the Community Development for the Village of Western Springs, effective September 30th, 2022.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, may we have a roll call vote, please, Clerk Timick?
Yes, President Gallagher. Trustee Chen.
Aye.
Trustee Finney.
Aye.
Trustee John.
Aye.
Trustee Lewis.
Aye.
Trustee Rudo.
Aye.
Trustee Terrell.
Aye.
Resolution carries.
Thank you. There being no other business before the board, may we have a motion to adjourn? But before we do, I would like to say that we welcome Tony Budzikowski to the village with open arms.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, motion to adjourn?
I would make that motion.
Is there a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ladies and gentlemen, we stand adjourned. Good evening.
I gotta go out there.
Huh?
I'm going to garage.
Oh, nice.
Parents are in town, so.
Oh, sorry to hear.
That's all right.
I've been in these my whole